What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty, back here with another video. In this video today, we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best players in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM on this tier list. Now, obviously, as S, A, B, C, D, E, and F tiers. So, a lot of different tiers here, and obviously, DBG and I differ on a lot of things. One of the main things is DBG primarily plays on next gen, although this list is current gen based mostly. I mostly play on current gen, so most of my opinions are from current gen. But I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and feedback for each and every one of these players, but I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Make sure to go sub to DBG if you haven't yet, which I don't know why you guys wouldn't have it. If you are new to my channel and have not yet, please smash that subscribe button, as we're on the road towards 50,000 subscribers. So we'll see who we got and where they're at.
First player up is Aaron Gordon. So Aaron Gordon,
remember, these are the best players in NBA 2K21. So C tier.
I think if we're talking best of the best, I think he's D.
Ooh.
I think he's D.
D's low. Like
I think he's a good defender.
I saw guys like Ben Simmons on here. D might be a little low.
I think he's a really good defender. I think his jumper is very iffy. His dunking is really
his jumper is iffy, but I feel like you can agree with it enough. I'd put him C tier. Because C's like the middle, and then you can always go up or down.
I'm not the biggest fan of this card. I've used him a few times on both gens.
I'm not either,
he's
but
alright.
He does some things well.
He's a free card, and he's a usable free card. So if he's in your squad, he's not bad at all.
Like, he does some things well.
He's D. He's kind of... Because I'm going to try...
Okay, is he going to put Allen Houston above him or not, though?
Maybe 15 in each tier, and he's probably somewhere in like the 60s in overall cards. Allen Houston.
Where are you going to put him? C? Or D? How are you going to separate him with Aaron Gordon? That's the thing. I'd put him in D. Or, I mean,
it's hard to gauge at the very start of these tiers.
It is.
So I'm gonna put him in.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have Aaron Gordon than Allen Houston, but that's me.
Let me put him C. Iverson.
He's F.
As much as I like Iverson, unfortunately, he is our first F.
He's bad.
Iverson,
you can't like the card. He sucks. He's bad.
He's just too little. He's not bad.
He's bad.
He is not bad by
He's bad.
You can put clamps on him. You got a nice player.
He's bad. Trust me. Do not use Allen Iverson.
Let me put him in.
No! Put Iverson in an F tier.
It's just when you're talking about the best of the best in game, he's not quite.
He's F tier. I don't care. Iverson is F tier. Iggy is he might.
I think a tier higher than Gordon. I think C tier is probably fair for him.
I like Iggy more than Allen Houston. I will say that.
No range extender.
He's so good on
next
defense.
Gen. He's in current gen, by the way. He's a god on next gen. Definitely, I think.
Where's he gonna put AK? That's tough, man.
We obviously have Iguodala is probably 3, better than Ewing.
Ewing wasn't that bad though. Like, I know Ewing got a lot of hate, but he wasn't that bad.
You got AK.
AK's S tier.
AK is going up here into A tier. I think there are definitely guys that are better than AK.
You think there's 15 better players than AK-47? I'll wait.
AK, in my opinion.
Oh wait,
release is really good on
I will wait.
It's really bad on next gen.
Look.
Like, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean. Look.
Normal timing is not on next gen.
I gotta fix my chair. Yup. I'll wait.
Like, I've had to take it off my player. I'm not a fan of it at all. But AK.
You don't like that release? What? Is he gonna put Antoine in S? I mean,
we got Jameson.
He's S too.
Same tier as AK. Jameson A tier.
I want to know these 15 better players than these two guys. I want to know because I have no idea.
He is the chicken man.
He is chicken man.
So Cash, one of the best releases in the game.
I'm just confused who's better than these cards. It's like he wants 15 per tier.
Anthony Davis.
Okay, everybody knows where AD is going. The best player in the game.
S tier, probably the best card in the game.
He is. It's not even probably.
He is just ridiculous.
He is the best card in the game.
His handle's good.
The problem is, when I was creating my top 10 player list, AK and Antoine were 11 and 12 on that list, right? I couldn't. No, Antoine made my list, didn't he? I think Antoine made my list. AK didn't quite make the list, and then I think Zion was close to making the list. I'm intrigued to see who's at S tier.
Overall play, I'm intrigued. It's just ridiculous. Release is great. Like,
AD is S tier.
The way the guy moves is ridiculously good. Got the Pro 2 behind the back.
He's got Hall of Fame quick first step.
Better on current gen than next gen. And the more, like, I used him a good few times on current gen, and I will say that he's a lot better on next gen than he is current gen. Still ridiculous. Still absolutely ridiculous.
Where are you gonna put Baron? B?
B tier. When we're talking about point guards, he's on that D Rose level.
No, he's not.
He's on the D Rose level.
Not even close.
Like, for me, I would definitely prefer him, for example, to like the way I play the game.
Are you gonna
Wade's
put Derrick Rose at B tier? Look, if you put D Rose at B tier, I'm walking out of my room.
I play the game not
like,
that much.
Good
on
night.
I play 90% of the time on next gen.
Good
but
night.
From the 2 to 3 times a week I play on current gen, I will say that Wade is better.
Not even close.
Aaron Davis, man, he's a god. He's an absolute god on next gen.
Next gen, maybe.
But like the interior defense becomes a bit of a problem when Oscar Robertson, Luka Doncic, and Magic Johnson exist. So yeah, he's going B tier. Then we got Ben Simmons. He's our first F tier player.
I would rather go into a competitive game with Ben Simmons than Allen Iverson. Period.
You can like if you're not very
move Allen Iverson down. He sucks.
And you just use Ben Simmons and run at the basket and dunk on everybody, you can have success.
AI stinks,
But if you're
man.
playing against someone who knows what they're doing on defense, the only way you can use him really is as a role man.
I mean, he's right.
There are better
but
guys than Ben Simmons, in my opinion, as a role
There
man.
are, but he's better than AI. AI is nothing.
He's just not.
AI stinks.
Bill Russell.
He's B tier at least.
Because he's either B tier or A tier. He's not quite S tier.
I don't think I could put him above B tier, and that's my opinion. I like him, but I don't think I can. With the way the way I think of inside centers, I can't.
A tier. Actually, no. There's no debate. Bill Russell's A tier. He's got the elite speed. He's got
He's good, but he just can't shoot, man. He just can't shoot.
Corner. He's got good wingspan.
He's good.
On everybody. He can
He just can't shoot. That's it.
He's a no-brainer.
Doesn't have half showtime.
Right here. Bill Walton.
He stinks.
E tier. His only redeemable quality is that he has a Galaxy Glow.
He stinks. Like
that is.
I know a lot of people say Bill Walton. You know whatever. I love Bill Walton, but he stinks.
His only redeemable quality is that he has a Galaxy Glow. He doesn't do anything.
At all.
I've used them in both gens.
What does he give you on the basketball floor?
Yeah, you can like bully people in the post with him, but like you can
nobody's using him.
As well, like
nobody's using Bill Walton. He might be F tier.
He's bad. He's really bad.
Blake is S tier.
We got Blake Griffin.
No doubt about it.
S.
No
if
question.
We're talking next gen, A. Current gen.
Next gen, yeah, probably is A.
He doesn't quite move like an AK. I say not like an AK, like an AD. But his just player build.
I don't know. On offense, he moves.
On current gen is ridiculous.
That's all I can say.
Contacts he gets on current gen.
He's ridiculous on current gen.
Play defense. He's obviously the fact he can dribble.
He's good.
He dribbles the ball really,
he's
really
so
well.
elite.
Gens, actually. His release is fantastic.
Hot spots from everywhere.
I don't like on next gen, but it's so cash on current gen on quick.
That's what I'm saying. I play current gen more. He's a top 5 current gen player.
Still he's not the best card in the game anymore because some ridiculous cards come out in the last 2 or 3 weeks, but he belongs in that conversation. He definitely belongs in that conversation.
No, 100%.
You're an S tier. Bobby Jones. I mean, people swear by Bobby Jones.
He's good. For me, he's B tier, but he's good.
But he's like he's just a worse AK.
And that's the thing. For me, I'd have AK and Antoine in S tier and then Bobby Jones in A tier. That's what I would have. Because I would rather have Bobby Jones on the court in a competitive game than Bill Russell. Now, that's just my opinion. But
I think in almost every way, AK-47's better. It's just
he's
Bobby
not better
Jones.
Defensively.
If you collect your tokens, it's technically a free card.
Bobby Jones is good. He would be A tier for me, but that's me.
He's an elite defensive player. He hits jumpers from the corner.
I'm not that consistent with this jump shot either, though. So that's part of it as well.
Handle, got a really nice player build. Plays lanes really well. Defensively.
If you like defense, Bobby Jones is for you. I'll say that.
God tier.
I will say that.
He's my power forward on my main squad.
He's good.
Just that, I would rather have him than pay for AK, but I'm still gonna say Andre Karolinko, especially Baj, the is better.
No question.
Then we have got Bob Pettit.
Current gen, he's E probably.
It's D or E.
E.
It is D or E.
I swear by E because you can't compare him to Aaron Gordon.
Say Bob Pettit is.
You can't. E.
Give me E. D.
He's E. Because the problem is on next gen he's better than. I still don't know if he's better. He's lateral quickness is like 40T. He has a 42 lateral quickness.
The guy's got half range and a pretty okay release. On next gen he doesn't miss.
42 lateral quickness.
And on current gen, you can just speed glitch into some limitless threes. He's elite at what he does.
He's 42.
No, I'm not putting him in.
Thank you. No, move him down.
Moves up a tier. Maybe Gordon moves up to C tier.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with this. I'm fine.
Brandon Ingram.
I'm fine.
I love Brandon Ingram. He's not better than D tier. I'm sorry, he's not better than D tier.
He's not, but he's better than Bob Pettit.
He only gets bronze range. You need to give him badges on defense. He's just not as good as Iguodala, Allen Houston, or Aaron Gordon.
No, I'm not going to argue that, but he's better than Bob Pettit.
Like, he was a very, very nice.
Where's he
player
gonna
when
put
he came out.
Carmelo? That's
More than
what
usable,
I'm wondering.
still
And
quite
Bosh.
underrated
These
card,
next
but
2 cards are gonna be intriguing.
Melo, I've used Melo on next gen for the first time, and he's not half bad. He's not half bad. I'm putting him in D tier.
I'm not gonna argue it because look who's at E tier. Like I can't argue it.
Days. Like some people liked him in 19, I didn't like him in 19. So, a lot of people liked him in 18, I didn't like him in 18. But from 17 prior, everyone loved Carmelo Anthony, and he was so good. That, he's not hitting that peak. He can't shoot in the corners on next gen though. Not being able to shoot in the corners is a problem on current gen. But yeah, I think Melo.
And it's like even last year I could tolerate Melo. We'll see when we get like an Opal Melo. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Chris Bosh.
He's good.
B or C? B or C? I like Bosh.
The problem is, I think he's B tier. I do.
I really like
I do. For centers, I do.
He's probably a B tier player just because of the center position.
Yeah. I mean, for centers, he is.
A little bit. Like, I don't have Brook Lopez here, but I think he's a very similar level.
He's better than Brook by a little bit.
He's got some speed as well.
He's a little bit better than Brook. He's got a lot of
things going for him.
He's good.
He's got a lot of things going for him, so...
He's my center on my no money spent account.
They're the strongest.
No. Do not move him down.
Give me B tier. Give me B tier.
Do not.
Chris Webber, no brainer. S tier. He's
He is.
He's borderline. Him and Blake are debatable. I think 8. When you're talking about the best big in the game,
80's the best. I think Blake's the second best on current gen.
Blake and Chris Webber are in a debate for number 2, but I think 80's out on his own. Actually, to be fair, 80 or Chris Webber, Blake Griffin, and Kevin McHale are in that debate.
Kevin McHale is in that debate.
If we're talking current gen, we're putting Cliff Hagan in E. If we're talking
okay. Slow down. If we're talking current gen, he's still not E.
Gen, we're putting I'm putting Cliff Hagan in C.
I'm fine if you go D. I'm fine because he's way better than Allen Iverson.
Yes, he's got half range.
Iverson is unusable.
His release is not it. It is really not it. Like even on next gen, I'm not the big.
That have the check release just isn't it.
The only thing is though is that he's got half range. You can shoot limitless fades, and next gen is next gen. Certain cards.
Next gen is next gen.
Current gen, the guy feels slower than a train. Or sorry, the guy turns like a train. He feels incredibly slow. I don't know what it is. You get high speed, speedball, and acceleration, but Cliff Hagan just does not feel nearly as good.
Bro, some of these DBG sayings just get like they're funny, bro.
And we got Dame.
Dame's.
I mean, he's better.
He's A tier. He is.
Dame's good, man.
Bro, if you want to say he's an S tier, I'm not gonna argue it. I'm not. Is he a top 15 card in the game? I think so.
He's better than Barron. If we're talking next gen, I feel, or if we're talking current gen, in my opinion, it's close. Like, I've used both of them on
No, it's not close. No. DBGs, don't say what you're about to say. One's got Hall of Fame Showtime with Showtime dunks. One does without Showtime dunks. It's not close.
I did the same behind the back.
It's not close.
Basically, Barron is Curry slide. Dame Lillard gets Showtime.
It's not close. It's not close. It's not close.
So it all depends on what you need on current gen. But for me,
I'm telling you guys, it's not close.
The amount that I use Curry slide on current gen to grab people is crazy. Whereas on next gen, you can't spam Curry slides, and also range extender is even more important. And neither of them have good behind the back.
I don't think it's comparable on current gen, but that's me. That's my opinion.
Posterizer, but Dame Lillard definitely has the edge over Barron. It's not by much. Like, a lot of people are talking about Dame being way better than Barron.
He is way better than Barron.
Close. I think Dame's
it's not
better,
close,
but it's a lot closer than people like to say. Dan Issel. Dan Issel.
B tier. He's B tier.
He's comparable to Bosh.
He's B tier.
He's basically like, imagine if they gave Kevin Love better speed. I'm way better defense.
Nah, Dan Issel's B tier. There's no doubt about it.
I think I want to move Bosh down.
No!
Issel's better than Bosh. I'm saying that right now.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
He's a lot more expensive to get, but I think he's better than Bosh.
I'm not disagreeing.
Danny Granger, go get yourself an S tier. Danny Granger.
I agree.
So good.
I like Granger in S tier.
Good. Like, he's in that conversation for best card in the game. Like,
okay, let's take a breath. Danny Granger's elite, but not the best card in the game.
If you're talking, if you're looking at, say, you follow people on Twitter, like, ImJustIsaac, who's one of the best players in the world, like when we're talking about who the best players at this game are, like, Isaac's in that conversation.
He is.
He's in that conversation with Ty, Splash, Jin, all those guys. And he said that Granger was the best card that came out yesterday, even over Anthony Davis. And
there's no way Isaac believes that, okay? There's just no way.
I can see why. He's a 6'9" 2 guard. Base 29 is one of the best.
He's
in the
good.
Game. He's the only player in the game with base 29.
He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good.
He's got really nice dunk animations. You give him.
If you can find one with a half Showtime, he's tough. He's got unpluckable. He's tough. I mean, he is
really nice handle as well. Speed's really good. And yeah, he's a 6'9" 2 guard. So,
no, he's a cheese ball.
No question about it. No question. He's in the upper echelon of S tier.
I don't know about putting him over Blake. Dave Cowens is.
I mean,
he's close to beat.
Dave Cowens badged up is barely better than Dan Issel. I'm standing by that.
He's a lot better defensively.
Most people are
I
gonna say I'm
think.
crazy, but I think Dave Cowens badged up is barely better than Dan Issel. Dave Cowens, you're in B tier.
I'm fine with B tier.
Time goes on, the less
I'm fine with it. It's just like he can only get 20. I don't want to be wrong. He can only get 28 total badges, I think, and so that limits how good he can be. It really limits how good.
He's still a small center, but
like defensively he's so elite though.
Yeah,
he's elite on the defense.
Great card for his time. Like he came out in October, was fantastic for his time.
He was good for that time.
He's B tier. De'Aaron Fox. Let me put De'Aaron Fox in. I mean, I really like De'Aaron Fox.
I remember like 2 weeks ago, De'Aaron Fox was like top 30 on his list. And, okay, I'm glad everybody's calmed down now. Glad everybody's calmed down.
Oh, it's C or D. When he's badged up, it's either C or D.
I would even go C with him. Probably. Maybe I wouldn't.
He's like way better.
I just hate Bob Pettit in D.
Around Diamond.
I hate the Paul George release too, though.
Give me C tier.
I'm fine with C. Not gonna argue it. I'll pick my battles, and this is one I'm not willing to pick.
Is elite. Like he's basically imagine the Jam Around Diamond, but way better.
I hate that PG release though, especially on a point guard. I don't know.
So yeah, that's
I like JoJo White though.
Cousins.
I guess I think he's gonna go to S tier. I'm not gonna argue it, but I might argue it.
This is a really tough one.
I just don't like the card, man.
Because I rate all three of these guys.
They are better
than
him.
Kevin McHale over Demarcus Cousins.
They are.
And I'm not sure if putting 4 guys who are best.
Like, here's the thing, right? I think I value Antoine Jamison over Cousins.
Center.
I do.
And as much as people like using Blake Griffin's a center. Chris Webber is the only one of those that people actually use a power forward. Like, everyone's using AD at center. I don't want to put 4 at the same position.
Nah, move him down to A tier. He's not S tier.
4 would be the same position.
I don't even think. No, he's not S tier.
But it's like, do I put Boogie in S? Do I put him in A?
Put him in A.
I think he's closer to Blake Griffin.
No, he's not. Put him in A.
Is he closer to Blake Griffin than he is Bill Russell?
Yes.
And I know there are some people that hate Demarcus Cousins' release.
Me. I hate the way he moves. I hate his release. I don't know.
On both gens, in my opinion. The way he his ability to boost and just get people caught behind his back on current gen is crazy. And in next gen, he's
why? Just because he's wide?
In general, but if you can get his release down, he's S tier. And I like set shot 8. It's Yao Ming based. I've always liked Boogie's release in 2K ever since 2K19. If you like it, he's S tier. If you don't like his release, he's A tier. And that's pretty much it. Some people like it, some people don't.
I'm not gonna. I said I wouldn't argue it, so
I'm not gonna say you're wrong. But for me, Boogie S tier.
I would not have him.
Darren Williams.
He's so mid.
I mean, I don't mind him.
He's so mid now, though.
I've been using him a little bit on my main.
He's C tier probably.
But like, he's not better than De'Aaron Fox. D tier.
Probably not.
Yeah, he belongs.
He might be. The thing is, I know DBG loves the Curry slide, so.
Just realized, did I forget to put John Stockton on this list? I'm putting John Stockton.
He's
either high C or low B.
Yeah, that's right. I would say this: I like Badge Stockton over Baron Davis, but I'm biased
because he's not very good on next gen.
I'm biased.
Like
I don't even mind him on next gen.
Without question, better than John Stockton next gen when he's badged up.
Be careful.
Current gen, and if you use Showtime, then Stockton's gonna be B. Definitely not top 2 tiers though. Derrick Rose.
He's A tier for me.
D Rose was the best auctionable. Was arguably the best auctionable.
Put him at B tier.
I do.
How is Derrick Rose B tier?
I believe B tier is the spot for him. He's a guy that you do need to badge more than badge him after getting him off rip. He's not the greatest shooter in the world. Yes, he's got half Showtime, which a lot of people do rate quite highly. On next gen, he's got a really nice boost.
He's got half Showtime, quick first step, has an easy release to Tom and Green. Look, man. Look.
I still don't rate him above Baron Davis.
Why?
Like, in my opinion, Davis is better than Derrick Rose.
No, not even close. No. Never used Doug West.
He doesn't have anything. Really,
never used him. Don't really want to use him.
I think I didn't even do a gameplay on him. He just happened to be in an account I used one time. And I didn't see anything of him. Like, he's one of these 2 tiers. Like,
you're going to say he's worse than Bill Walton?
I
don't know if you can
I haven't
say all
used
that.
him enough, so I'm not going to put him in F tier. Like F tier is for the guys that I really don't rate highly. And we get Draymond. I mean, badged up Draymond.
C tier?
Aaron Gordon level. So C tier.
That's what I was going to say. C tier probably.
Like, I think, like, fully badged up Draymond gives you very similar things to what Aaron Gordon gives you. Except he's got a good release. So,
Dre's release is so good. If we ever get like an Opal Dre, he's going to be so tough. I just want to say that right now. He's going to be tough.
Green. I'm no longer as high on Draymond Green on current gen because I still probably will use him at center. It's just that a lot of people I come up against now use like a Chris Webber and he gets eaten alive by Chris Webber.
Or even Blake.
It used to be the case before cards like Webber came out that big guys would destroy Draymond Green at one end and Draymond would destroy them at the other end. But now as time's gone on,
I mean, big guys can move.
He doesn't really have his niche anymore. His niche was being the only really undersized center that could take people off the dribble with quick first step and shoot.
Now he's not even a top 3 or 4 of that.
Like Anthony Davis can do the same thing as Draymond used to do. And he's also
imagine playing Draymond and matching up versus AD. How derailing is that? Like that's just sad.
We're getting to the stage where every card can do everything. So a niche card with a lot of weaknesses like Draymond is no longer great. But I'm still going to put him in C tier.
Where is he going to put Dwight?
Then we got Dwight Howard.
Because he's good at what he does. I don't like him, but he's good at what he does.
Give me D tier. I don't like Dwight very much.
I'm not going to argue that, but some
preference. Like,
yeah, it is preference.
Leapfrog and put Dwight in B tier if you like. Pick and pop center or pick and roll centers. That's fine.
Dwight is C or D.
Anyway,
you know? I'm not going to argue that.
I use pick and roll centers a lot in current gen, but I've noticed that using like anyone who rolls to the basket hard catches lobs. So like Sean Kemp gives you what Dwight Howard gives you basically on offense with more for me anyway. So he's gonna go D tier.
Wade is S tier, no
question.
question.
S tier, next gen A tier. I'm gonna give him S tier.
Yeah, that's fine. S tier current gen. No, he's so elite.
Well, he's got elite defense on current gen.
And he can boost, and he's got a nice release.
Current gen over next gen. And one thing is, like, people always say, why do I talk about both gens? Because
people are on both gens.
Some people evidently want to just hear me talk about current gen. Others want to hear me just talk about next gen. And unfortunately, I can't make. I'm not. Yeah,
you gotta do both.
Video twice and talk about one on current gen, one on next gen, because there's just no point in doing that. So
I agree.
I'm gonna give Dwyane Wade the benefit of the.
D Wade's S tier. He's a top card on S tier.
Wade base is slow, man. Like Wade.
I would say next gen he's not very good. I'd rather use Steph Curry.
I mean, you could be arguing Wade in C tier on next gen.
I'm not gonna argue it.
Or sorry, in B tier on next gen.
Next gen he's not that good.
And Eddie Jones.
B tier probably.
B tier. There are 2 tiers of 2 guards above him.
I hate seeing Derrick Rose at B tier. I hate it. I can't stand it. I don't understand it.
That tier, like them guys are definitely above him. As well as that, there is the next tier, which are the Rudy Fernandezes of the world and the J.R. Smiths of the world. They're above him as well. So I think he is in that 3rd tier of 2 guards, although he's elite, man. If Eddie Jones is your 2 guard and you've got 30-something K, Eddie Jones is the best player to pick up, and he's an absolutely incredible player. Then we got Elton Brand. Get into F tier. You are an absolute.
If you use Elton Brand, there's something wrong with you. Gary Payton's S tier. If you put Gary Payton anywhere other than S tier DBG, my fist is going through the camera.
This is a tough one. I think A is where he belongs.
Oh my god.
But it's a weird one, like. I think on next gen, Payton might be better than Wade. But on current gen, Payton is very similar. I don't know whether I'm putting Payton in S or A tier. I don't think I've used him enough. I have used Wade a million times more than I've used Payton. I've used Payton once, and it's
just move him up.
Gameplay, so I'm gonna put him in A tier for now.
This is unbelievable.
George Gervin.
This is absurd.
I mean C tier.
He's B tier at least.
He kind of does everything, but he doesn't do anything particularly.
Gervin compared to Allen Houston, I don't like it. Move him up. I would move Gervin up.
Like he's got range extender. He's got like clamps. He shoots the ball well. If you locked in for him, you've got yourself a decent card. It's like
I don't like him. I don't like him because he doesn't have Showtime dunks. If he had Showtime dunks, I would be way higher on him.
Jameson does, but doesn't have the release of a Jameson.
I think he's B tier.
B tier.
I think he's B tier.
Yeah, because I think you're gonna have people arguing that he's better than Bobby Jones, but I think Jones is more of a specialist than anything, so it's hard to compare a jack of all trades to a specialist. But George McGinnis,
he's awful.
He is garbage, man. He is a garbage man. He is garbage, man. He is so bad. Like, if you locked in for this guy, you better, like, Clay better be a god.
Yeah, you better hope
if Clay's a god. You know what? You might be onto something locking in for him. But, like, that's all I'm gonna say. If Clay's not a god, he's not great.
If you locked him in already, what are you doing?
We got Gerald Wallace.
D.
E tier.
He's better than every one of those guys. Yeah, but he's way better than everybody at E.
That's where he belongs.
Giannis on next gen is good. Whoa. Do not even hover over F.
I'm sorry for the people that swear by Giannis C tier.
On next gen, he'd be
there
B or
are people
A.
still that swear by Giannis. Yes, he is elite on defense. He is absolutely elite on defense. The guy does almost nothing on offense.
When we get an Opal Giannis with the upper 70s 3-ball, ooh, baby. Just watch out. Hey, all I'm going to say is you watch out.
His animations aren't that much better than Thurl Bailey's animations. Like, Thurl's obviously a completely different
I mean,
card.
he's not wrong.
He doesn't give you quite the rebounding or the wingspan or the getting in lanes of Giannis.
He's not wrong.
I'll still take Thurl over him any day. Just because of the extra shooting and the fact that Thurl dribbles.
Thurl's release is awful, though.
I got Gilbert Arenas. I mean, he's a step lower than Darren Williams.
I'm not going to argue. Not
going
to argue.
A step higher than Allen Iverson.
He is way better than Allen Iverson. Put Iverson in F, bro.
Is he a step higher? No, he's not. Badge of Iverson and Gilbert Arenas.
No. He is a huge step above AI. AI deserves to be in a garbage can somewhere. That dude is a bona fide scrub.
I mean, I really like Glenn, but he's... At this stage, he's like C tier.
It's probably right.
He's like worse Zion. Like Zion's gonna.
Not gonna argue that. Do not say Zion's gonna be B
tier, maybe.
Zion is so elite.
Glenn's like worse Zion. He's also way worse Danny Granger. So I like Glenn. I still use Glenn in my squad, but he is C tier. Like these guys here.
If Glenn had Showtime dunks, I mean that would make a difference for me.
I would take Glenn over Bobby Jones, small forward. But
no.
Bobby Jones is a specialist, so he's so good on defense that I think in general, yeah.
Bobby Jones is great on defense. Ew. Whoa, where are you going with him?
We're talking next gen, probably C. We're talking current gen D.
Move him down.
He's
not comparable to Bosh.
He's definitely making the list, but speed's okay. He's like a better version of the free Valanciunas card we got. Isaiah Thomas.
Ew.
I'm putting him in C tier. Because if we're talking about next gen, this guy is a god. This guy's dunking on everybody, shooting fades from half court. Out here, like, getting people caught in screens, greening in their face. Like, this guy is so good on next gen that...
I would wager anybody $1 million if they had Isaiah Thomas on their squad on current gen. But on next gen, hey, man, he can do his thing.
I have to put him in C tier. He is flawed. He is so flawed as a player.
He's 5'2".
Will you ever see Isaiah Thomas?
I'm sorry, I was a little harsh. Okay.
You won't. You will not see anybody being out there using Isaiah.
He's not 5'2", but like.
This game for money. But at the same time, you're not going to see anyone using De'Aaron Fox. Like, if you're playing for money, especially because people only play for money on current gen, like the only point guards you ever see are Baron Davis, Dame Lillard, Dwyane Wade, Derrick Rose, John Stockton, because of how.
He didn't even mention the GOAT Gary Payton. He went to Baron Davis stinks.
That type of a setting. But if you're just playing unlimited and you want to drop 45 points, you just want to have fun and drop 45 points at your point guard, Isaiah Thomas is that dude. He's that dude, lad. So fun to use. Just even for just how fun he is to use, he's in C tier.
Where's Harden?
You can't argue better than Baron Davis, but still, he's so fun.
Where's Harden?
James Harden.
He's not F tier.
I mean, he's really good on next gen. I used the Amethyst James Harden, and I dropped like 30 on someone.
Harden on next gen is fun to use.
I realized, like, you know what? James Harden is actually really, really good on this gen. So, like, I was half tempted to throw his diamond into one of my teams and just have fun with him because he's a really
the diamond Harden is fun.
He's definitely... I can't put a guy with no clamps. That's not Tracy McGrady above E tier, but still. He's E.
Where's he going to put Jason Kidd? Like...
This is a tough one because on defense,
his release stinks,
this guy is
he's
broken.
His release stinks.
His broken. Like I wish 2K would just
dribble style sucks. Everything about his just sucks, man.
It's not even that it's slow. Like I'm fine with some slow releases. Like I can hit shots with set shot 17. Or say not Sesha.
I shot 10 open threes with Jason Kidd on current gen, and I greened 0 of them. So that's how I feel about Jason Kidd.
The Larry Markkinen base. I can't hit a shot. I can't time Jason Kidd's release. He's an absolute garbage on offense, but he's so good on defense that he keeps off after. So good on defense.
Jaylen Brown, B tier.
I mean, he's Eddie Jones level.
Yeah, badged up JB is good.
B-tier, a really, really solid card.
Absolutely.
And great shooter, great release, great dunker. He just does a bit of everything. He does a bit of everything, so he is going in here.
I agree. He's good.
B-tier. And we got Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum.
Tatum's a card stat and badge wise should be better than he is. Like, I don't like him, but he should be good.
He's B or C. He's B or C. And I'm like, is Jason Tatum better than Glenn Robinson? That is the question. Like, that's the $1 million question. Is Jason Tatum better than Glenn? And I think in terms of just Glenn's release and everything, I think I'm taking Glenn over Jason Tatum.
The thing is,
I think maybe putting Tatum a bit low. Maybe I should move Glenn up, but I'm putting Tatum there.
I think that's fine.
Jimmy Butler.
S.
This is a tough one again because he's not S tier. There's no question about that.
He's not S tier? I know one thing is for sure. DBG hates defense. Like DBG wakes up in the morning and just like, I'm going to hate defense even more today. Hey. Jimmy Butler is a top 10 player in the game. That's all there is to it.
Is he on the Eddie Jones level of 2 guards?
Is he on the... Listen to yourself. Is he on the Eddie Jones level of 2 guards? Okay, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna pull up Jimmy Butler's badges right here, just so I can make sure I'm not tripping, right? Make sure I'm okay and that I'm seeing things correctly, okay? A base Jimmy Butler card has Hall of Fame catch and shoot, pick dodger, intimidator, tireless defender, quick first step, flexible release, green machine, tireless shooter, and volume shooter. Every one of those is Hall of Fame. Every one of those badges. But yeah, hey, maybe it's B. Maybe I'm the one that doesn't understand it all.
On the Rudy Fernandez level of 2 guards. On current gen, I like him because I can like curry spam, get people crab, and go to the basket.
He's incredible. He's S tier.
He's good, man. He's good. He's so good on next gen as well.
He's S tier.
I'm putting him A tier, but I don't think he's that much better than Eddie Jones. But he is.
Here's the thing. Eddie Jones is super good, but there's levels to it. There's just levels to it.
Let's put him in A. Embiid.
B, I guess.
Embiid better?
No. Gosh, no.
He's not better than Bill Russell.
He's B tier.
Definitely nowhere close to S tier.
He's B tier.
The question is Embiid better than Dave Cowens?
I don't know.
I think yes. I'm putting Embiid in A tier.
I would have him in B tier, but that's me.
Potential to be moved down. But Embiid's good. He's very expensive, but he's really good. Jonathan Isaac, wherever Aaron Gordon is. I think they're both very, very even.
I'm fine with that. I think I would like Aaron Gordon more, but I'm fine with that.
I think just the way he plays defense, his length, just overall game is great.
I'm fine with that.
J.R. Smith, A tier. He's just a little bit off that top tier.
I want to know who else DBG is going to put at the top tier. I want to know.
Like, he feels very... Like, I don't feel any difference.
I'm confused how Boogie Cousins is at...
Look. Rudy Fernandez. I'm going to say that.
Did Jimmy Butler disrespect?
I don't personally like Wade. Everybody likes Wade, which is why
Wade
I have
is so
Wade
good.
S tier. And his defense isn't at Kobe level. Like, it's a real thing where if you play the ball...
JR's defense is good.
J.R. Smith is probably S tier. But most people don't play like that. And it's why, like, even though I would prefer to run J.R. Smith, if I'm ever coming up against a team and I see J.R. Smith, I'm a lot less worried than if I see Kobe. So, for that reason, like, I'm going to put J.R. Smith in A tier because I don't want to have too many 2 guards up here in S tier.
I don't know why.
Julius Erving.
B?
He had his time. He was good in his time, but, I mean, C.
C?
Okay.
C. You just put him in the same tier as Isaiah Thomas. Like, okay. Julius Erving's B tier. There's no doubt about it. Like, no question about it.
He was
He's
great
B tier.
in his time. He was a top 10 guard in the game, but not anymore.
Wow.
Not anymore.
Wow.
Kevin Durant.
B.
I like KD a lot more than most people like KD. Like, most people probably would have him down here in B tier. I'm putting Kevin Durant in A tier.
I would have him in B tier, but that's me. I don't like the card.
Really like KD's
I would also have Dr. J in B tier too, so that's me.
mainly playing next gen. I've only used him once or twice in current gen. He's been all right. He hasn't done
next gen. KD's better. It's just I feel like his release is a little bit
beast,
slow.
So.
That's me.
Yeah, Kevin Durant going into A tier. Kevin McHale.
S
tier.
No arguments.
If Blake and Webber are S tier, Kevin McHale's S tier.
No arguments there.
McHale's got decent-ish handles. He's got the length.
It's just like it's like the problem is we got so many good centers, power forward centers in the game. It's just tough right now.
He's got an unbelievable jumper, great release, Trae Young base.
Nah, McHale is good.
Fast, like McHale. Like I would be, I'm tempted to go for McHale. As soon as I get Antoine Jameson, I am very, very tempted to.
That's what I'm doing on my no money spent count.
Because he is an
and my main account obviously.
Player. And we got Chris Middleton. I mean, as a specialist 3&D guy, especially on next gen, he is one of the best releases in the game on next gen. Like if you guys have been watching me play MyTEAM Limited, I've been shooting like 80% with Chris Middleton's Sapphire on next gen. Like his release is the easiest green window. Like whatever release Middleton's is,
but it's like
Middleton's release.
He's got a good release.
Bird's base is really, really good, but I still
we know
take
this.
Middleton's over it. I'm taking Middleton's base over Curry base as well on next gen. Like 29 maybe.
But it's just like how good can you be?
Is up there with Middleton as best, but it's insane. I'm putting Middleton in B tier. Like give me Middleton over Jaylen Brown. Over Badge Jaylen Brown.
B's fine with me. I'm not gonna argue B.
Tempted. No, Middleton's in that Eddie Jones.
The problem is he just can't really make his, he can't create his own shot. He doesn't have showtime. Can't really create a shot. So that's the problem.
You're a decent card. You know what? Clay over any of these guys in D tier.
He's D.
In C tier, getting to D, or in E tier, getting to D tier.
Where's he gonna go with Kobe?
He still does a job. He's still all right. Kobe Bryant, S tier. But
look. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and here's the only problem I have with this. Is Kobe Bryant better than Jimmy Butler? Is Kobe Bryant better than Antoine Jameson? I don't know. Kobe doesn't have unpluckable. Okay, that's a big issue. That's a big flaw in his game that nobody talks about. Look, I think here's the thing for me. I'm taking Gary Payton and Jimmy Butler both over Kobe Bryant at S tier. But that's me.
Yeah, I think Kobe's...
That's my opinion.
That I hate playing is the most. So I'm putting him up there.
I think Jimmy Butler's one step above.
I'm still taking Danny Granger over Kobe a million times out, or 100 times out of 100. Because for me, like Kobe Bryant on off, say Danny Granger gives you 90% of what Kobe Bryant gives on defense because of the fact he's 3 inches taller. And on offense, for me, Danny Granger with the type badge he has.
Danny Granger is just tough.
Yeah, especially on next gen. Larry Bird.
I was going to say, don't put him in S.
Similar to KD. On next gen, he's definitely an S tier player.
Next gen, he is S. Current gen, I think
he definitely.
I would not use the card.
Slower release, but it is absolutely cash. He does everything though. He dunks, he handles the ball, he plays great defense, and he's kind of overall been one of those underrated cards in the game because I don't know. Using Larry, but I think he's really, really good.
I would say if you shoot a white with him, it's probably gonna go in. Like that's what I would say.
Then we got LeBron James.
B. Next gen, he's super good though.
Do I put him B or do I put him in C tier?
He might be C.
I don't rate this card at all. I don't think he's good at all. Some people love this card.
Current gen wise, he might be C at this time.
I am not one of them. And I don't hate playing against him either. Like very few people use this card. There are a few guys. Like if you can use this LeBron James card effectively,
it's just hard to shoot with him.
I'm talking about using him effectively. 90% of you guys that think you're using him effectively, trust me, you're not. Like when I mean the way like Ty or someone uses him, and it's
he's not better than Bobby Jones. He's not.
Is he better than Bobby Jones?
No,
I think I might have to move Bobby Jones down.
No. Bobby Jones is better than Bron. I will tell you that straight away, DBG.
Yeah, I think LeBron that little bit ahead of Glenn. I think he belongs here in B2.
That's fine. Just don't move Bobby down. Luka's good now.
Next gen Luka, a beast, and pre-update or pre-animation patch Luka would have been F tier.
He's not bad now.
Patch Luka, get into B tier.
I'm fine with that.
Base 29.
He's not bad now. Like
7-point guard.
Like Luka now is fine.
Elite defensive stats. He's got like a 92 block. He might even be pushing A tier.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of want to use updated Luka on current gen.
He might even be pushing A tier with his new animations. Like Luka went from having some of the worst animations in the game to some of the best animations in the game. The post animation patch, Luka Doncic.
He's good.
Absolutely.
I hate Magic Johnson, dude.
So anyway, Magic Johnson. I mean, B. Let me put Magic in B tier.
I'm not gonna argue it. Some people know how to use him. I would never use that card
ever. It doesn't come with them off rip. Problem is his jumper's still a little bit iffy. He still kind of feels a little bit sluggish. And yeah, I think he's, even though, funnily enough, like Baron Davis, if you have Baron Davis in your team, the one point guard you don't want to see is Magic Johnson. But he is still.
It's just like
he's that top 2 tiers.
I don't like either of those point guards. I think Derrick Rose is way better than both of those, but that's my opinion.
F tier.
Camby's
second
bad.
Worst lock-in reward. Only like he is lucky that Dennis Rodman exists because otherwise he'd be an F tier. Michael Jordan.
He's not bad, but
I don't know why Westbrook's here. Westbrook should not be here. I think I just put in all the opals. But Michael Jordan.
He's not bad. I think he's C.
D tier. Great on defense, but not spectacular.
It's just current gen is hard to green consistent with him. That's the only problem I have.
He's only got
with
like
him.
gold clamps. Yes, he's fast. Yes, he can get.
We're gonna get an opal MJ soon, and he's gonna be incredible. I promise you.
Not the greatest.
I promise you that.
He's not. I know how crazy this sounds, but he's not that much better than Tony Roten. And Tony Roten can play point guard.
It's a little out there, but it's true.
He's D, maybe E. Like I'm considering.
No, don't move him down. Do not move him down.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, put him D because people like him. But that's it for me. Michael Red.
He's what is he?
Klay Thompson's here, I guess. He just shoots the ball really well.
I guess.
Like the worst version of Allen Houston. Monte Ellis.
C
tier.
I don't like Monte Ellis.
Monte Ellis is like objectively good, especially if you're playing on next gen.
I just don't like the card.
He's not as good as people thought he was going to be. Some people prefer him to Stockton, most people don't. He's kind of a similar level. Good card, C tier. Oscar Robertson.
Where's he gonna put Oscar? A for me, probably.
Oh, this is a tough one again.
Whoa.
I think I'm giving Oscar the benefit of the doubt and put him in S tier.
Pause the video. How? Okay. I'm gonna hear you out. Current gen wise, outside of the fact that he could Curry escape, what does he do better than Gary Payton? I will wait.
I think offensively he gives you a little bit more than what a Dwyane Wade gives you, although defensively he's not quite as good. Still got great length, 6'5", good length, good interior defense as well.
All I'm saying is that if you use Oscar Robertson versus me, my feet are kicked up.
Switch.
That's terrible.
Big O's release on quick is really nice as well.
It's okay.
I'm going to give Oscar Robertson the benefit of doubt.
Hey, what he didn't talk about is the fact that he has steady shooter. You need to apply some badges to him. And let me tell you this. Badge out Gary Payton's better than Oscar. I promise you that.
Put him in S tier. Like yesterday, the fact that we have 3 S tier cards that came out yesterday just shows that it really is getting to say.
I'm not gonna lie with you.
Doing themselves on cards.
2K is going crazy with cards.
I mean, badge Siakam, C tier. Like if you can find a badge of Siakam, he's definitely high C tier.
I don't disagree.
Really nice, but
I don't disagree.
Rebounding kind of kills him. But he's a solid 3-and-D cone, a great 3-and-D cone at the small 4 position. So I think this is a correct tier for him.
If he's badged out, yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's not F. He's not F. He's not F though.
I mean, he does some positive things on the floor.
Yeah, he's E.
I guess. Like he'll drop step people. He does some positive things. Again to E tier. Paul George, A tier.
A tier's right.
A tier.
I hate his release. He sells me more than anybody in the game. More than any single person in the game, he sells me.
Even though again, Paul George probably more expensive. I have Paul George. I don't have Granger. I'm telling you, Paul George is not as good as Granger. Still got a great release. If you're talking about next gen, the guy is really good. Cam Reddish, the exact same tier as Paul George because there's almost no difference between the two of those guys.
PG's just a better stat wise. I agreed more with Cam Reddish though. Doesn't make sense, but I do. They got the same release, but
I like him at the 3 more than anything on next gen. He's pretty decent at the 4 as well. But an all around good card, plays great defense, good shooter, and just all around good card. Paul Pierce,
E.
He
He's not
brings
worthless, but he's bad.
Like he does some good things, but yeah, I think E tier is kind of fair for him. Penny Hardaway, E tier. You're a 6'7" point guard. What else do you do?
I'm not gonna argue that. Penny's bad.
Nowhere near as good as a Daryl Williams. He's got
Penny's 6'7"
Curry slide.
I was originally kind of high on Penny, but he's bad.
He can't play defense at all. He's also not the greatest shooter and no range.
Like his release is like Penny will never be good.
Penny, you're going E tier.
Ever.
You're definitely going E tier. Rafer Alston.
I don't like him either.
I think Darren Williams is better, but I think Rafer Alston. No, Rafer Alston's not as good as
That's
Iverson.
what I'm gonna say. Whoa. Iverson stinks. Okay, let's not talk about that. Allen Iverson is a bona fide scrub.
Even though off rip, Rafer Alston's better because he gets clamps.
AI
Iverson's
stinks.
probably closer to Darren Williams. Iverson's better than Rafer Alston.
AI stinks.
Or Richard Jefferson.
He's okay.
He's nice.
Even without badges, he's nice.
Like he's C tier when he's badged up. When he's badged up, he's like a more athletic Siakam type player.
Yeah, I mean, both of them I run unbadged.
He's good. He's usable anyway.
Yeah, on my no money spend account, they're usable, unbadged.
Then we got Rick Barry. Rick Barry.
I don't use him, but he's got a nice release.
I mean, nobody locked in for him. That's one thing. I think I'm putting all three of these guys in A tier because I don't think there's a wrong option. It is literally.
There is a wrong option. Any option outside of Gary Payton's the wrong option. I will say that.
I said it when they came out. It's like, it is whatever you need for your team. Rick Barry, range extender, one of the fastest releases in the game.
But he's not Gary Payton.
He's got good dribbling. Like half range extender, that is. A good defensive player. He's a beast, man. He's an absolute
Some people
beast.
swear by Rick Barry.
Most people picked Bill Russell or Gary Payton. So not many people really know how good Rick Barry is. But man, Rick Barry's good.
He's fine.
Rick Barry is really,
he's
really
fine.
Good. And I think Rick Barry is closer. He's closer to Rudy Fernandez level than he is to Eddie Jones level. But again, there are the three levels of two guards. If you are in those top three, if you are...
There's no way he takes Rudy Fernandez to S tier, right? Right?
Jones level or above, you're elite anyway. Speaking of Rudy Fernandez, I've been talking about in the whole video, using him as a gauge of A tier, and it's
okay. A tier, that's fine.
Rudy Fernandez is one of the best value cards in the game.
I'm fine with A tier.
He's one of the best. He's one of the top 15 cards in this game. No doubt about it. That guy.
There's a doubt about the top 15. He's good,
God,
but there's a doubt about that top 15.
He wins games by himself for me at Unlimited. He is one of my favorite players in this game. But
now in Unlimited, he's so good. Has quick first step, at least on gold. I don't know if it's half or not. I think it is. I think he has half quick first step.
Russell Westbrook likely will be B tier or C tier. Probably B. And we got Sam Jones.
I don't like Sam Jones.
D tier. I mean, he's all right.
I just don't. He's 6'4", I think. I don't know,
guys
man.
That are just pretty good.
Scotty's okay, though. C.
I mean, with his defense, Scottie Pippen's going.
I don't know about A. A is high. I mean, I don't disagree.
I also forgot Grant Hill. You can throw him.
I don't disagree with Scotty at A, but it's like I don't know. There's something about Scottie Pippen I've never loved, bro.
Nah, I think Scottie Pippen.
I would put him in B. Grant's a step up.
I don't think Scottie Pippen and Grant Hill are as good on the wing as Paul George, Rick Barry, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, or J.R. Smith.
Give me Grant Hill over half those guys you just named. So but yeah, Scottie Pippen, you're right.
Down in B tier. Both of them are.
Grant Hill in B tier? That's disrespectful. Okay, that's disrespectful.
Both higher players in B tier really badged out.
It's okay.
And we got Serge Ibaka. I mean, I like Serge Ibaka.
He's not worthless. He's E.
I really like Serge Ibaka.
He's not worthless.
He's better than Bill Walton.
Yeah, you could put him at D if you wanted to.
You know what? You got down. Who else is really bad?
Bill Walton is bad.
You get down.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you get down? You get down.
Whoa.
Ewing.
Chill on my man Patty. I don't mind Ewing.
I like these tiers better because you gotta have some players in F tier. And we got Shaq.
Wherever Dwight is.
Dwight Howard because he's got super speed.
Ahead of him? Okay, just
like I'm telling you,
gen.
next gen Shaq.
That's fine. I'm not gonna argue.
Like Shaq's probably B tier, maybe A tier on next gen.
Relax.
He has a problem on next gen, but current gen I don't like him at all. Steph Curry. Now this is the toughest one because for certain
players, here's my opinion. My opinion on Steph Curry is invalid. Next gen he's S tier. For me, I'd put him at B tier.
He's the best point guard in the game. For other players, he's not great. But I'm putting Steph Curry in S tier because of one thing.
Next
fading
gen.
Threes on next gen.
Next gen, I'm fine with it. Not gonna argue.
OP thing in the game, fading threes.
Now, current gen wise, I don't think he's a top 5 point guard. I don't like Terrence Ross.
He's like worse Eddie Jones.
I do not like him at all. I don't. I'm biased with Terrence Ross, but I do not like him at all.
He's not even as good as Glenn in my opinion.
He might be D tier.
He's fine.
Terrence might be D tier, and I wanted him to be good. Thorough C probably.
Better Giannis B tier.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue that. The thing is, when I've came up against multiple people who just 5 out with Thorough as their primary ball
handler.
But
Giannis is C tier, yeah.
He's kind of AIDS, but
yeah, you can obviously. So they're gonna be linked together because they're both 6'11" players play the same position. Obviously, there are certain things that Thurl Bailey is better than Giannis. Certain things Giannis is better than Thurl. But I think overall, Thurl is going to give you more production for most people. Tim Duncan.
At this point in the game, man, it's just.
D tier.
I vouched for Tim Duncan for so long, but it's like
at this stage in the game,
he's just really slow, man.
In any high level game, like you can get away with unlimited with every one of these cards. By the way, I just want to say that If you are just playing unlimited, or
not Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson sucks. I'll say that. Allen Iverson sucks.
Or for some people who just play the game offline and are like, I use this guy to play offline and you have him in D tier, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, that is perfectly fine. Every one of these cards you can use in unlimited. Maybe except Elton Brand. But like I'll use all of these.
Allen Iverson
stinks,
and
I'll probably have some success. But if you're using these against any high level,
where's he gonna put T-Mac? Because T-Mac's a card I use for like a month on my best squad, but
that's kind of problem with
he's just outdated. When we get an Ope with T-Mac,
Tracy McGrady,
he's gonna be tough.
No clamps, no fun. D tier.
I don't disagree.
Straight up, I can't put him higher than D tier.
Maybe C tier
by everybody now.
Maybe C tier.
You used to be able to hide him on power forwards, hide him on centers. I mean, every cone is quick first step now. He's impossible to hide.
Maybe C tier, but that would be
Walter Davis, just much better T-Mac. I mean, badged up Davis is on the Eddie Jones level. He's in Eddie Jones tier of 2 guards. So
I don't know if I'd go that quite that far, but he's fine.
Walter Davis.
He's fine.
Walt Frazier.
Ew. Do not. Okay, I thought you were gonna drag him up.
Level.
Derrick Rose is way better than these guys.
Prefer Walt Frazier. Some prefer Derrick Rose.
How many people prefer Walt Frazier to Derrick Rose on current gen? I want to know. He doesn't do anything better.
Walt Frazier, they both need to get range extender. Walt Frazier,
he's better defensively. You're not wrong. He's better defensively.
Dunks. Release wise,
Derrick Rose is way better.
I like Walt Frazier. I don't like Derrick Rose. Most people are the opposite. They don't mind Rose and hate Walt Frazier.
Rose release is objectively better.
Walt Frazier, B tier.
I don't like Walt at B tier.
As good as Baron Davis, in my opinion.
Derrick Rose is way better than Baron Davis. Where's he gonna take Wayne?
Embry.
Wayne is still good.
I think Embry belongs in B tier as well. Like if
borderline A.
Belongs in B tier, Embry's going B tier.
Embry's borderline A tier.
Who
am I taking? Embry or Embiid? Embry every single time. Wilt,
A tier. Wilt, wherever
Bill's at.
Yep. It's just preference who you prefer.
Yep, I agree.
I think personally, if I was playing if I wanted to pick and roller, I would take Wilt Chamberlain. If I wanted like a point center to push the floor and to play lanes and stuff,
I'm probably personally better with Bill Russell, but that's me
because
I need a guy that can handle the ball probably.
And Wilt's also kind of great. They're both great at everything, and also the fact that Bill Russell has a secondary position kind of helps. Then we got Zach LaVine.
He's good, but
I think LaVine is in that next tier down. He's in the J.R. Smith, Rudy Fernandez tier of wings. Offensively, I think just the way he moves, he might be the best of them all. I do not like LaVine as much as most people. I think Jimmy Butler is the most slept on guy in DBG's list. He should be S tier, no doubt about it. Just be a better Rudy Fernandez in terms of his pure movement on the offensive end, but his defense is a little bit lacking. So
it is. His defense does definitely lack.
He's one of those guys that if you put him in the hands of the right player, can absolutely cook. But if you don't put him in the hands of the right player, he might struggle. Last player we got is Zion Williamson. So Zion Williamson, he's going.
He might be S still.
I mean, he's going A tier.
Where else would you put him?
Yeah, I prefer Zion to all the guys in B tier. So
Zion, no, you cannot move Zion down. The thing about it is, right, here's the thing at A tier. I don't mind that Zion's with AK Antoine. I don't mind any of that. I just think Jimmy Butler at the shooting guard position is a step above. I think Gary Payton at the point guard position is a step above. I think Derrick Rose is closer to a guy such as Damian Lillard than Gary Payton is. But, I mean, maybe not. Maybe A is fine for Gary. I just think Jimmy Butler is getting absolutely disrespected. And if Oscar's at S tier, how is a guy like Gary Payton A tier? I don't know. Look, I don't know.
He's going A tier.
He might move some people around.
I don't like him on next gen very much, but he can still.
Current gen, he's so elite.
His player build, his strength on next gen, he can play volleyball, but his jumper is just very iffy. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. We have 10 players. Perfect. We got 10 players in S tier, which is exactly. So
Oscar and Boogie are the guys at S tier that I don't really love. I'm fine with Kobe there, but I would move up Jimmy. Maybe move up Jimmy and Gary Payton. Those are the guys I would replace Oscar and Boogie with. And the rest isn't that bad. Like, I don't mind the rest. Some people I don't like Derrick Rose at B tier. He would be up for me. But other than that, B tier is even fine. A tier is for the most part fine. I don't mind Rudy there.
S tier. We got a good few players in A tier, and we have ranked all like 90.
I need to go back up to C tier.
Players, well, 89 if you don't.
Go back up to C tier. So at C tier, the main thing that I really see is Isaiah Thomas shouldn't be C tier. I get what he's saying about next gen, but still comparing him to Julius Erving, that's pretty rough right there. I'd move Dr. J up a tier. but that's just me. D tier is really fine all the way through. Honestly, guys, another good tier list from DBG. I will say this. I don't agree with this as a whole. Like, a lot of these guys I don't necessarily agree with, especially when you're talking about Jimmy Butler and Gary Payton not being S tier and Dr. J being C tier. But comment down below. What are your opinions on this tier list? Who do you guys side with more? Offensive DBG or defensive side of me? Let me know that down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.